I woke up with the jitters this morning because I woke up to a new financial milestone that I hit that's kind of freaking me out. And whenever I feel like I need to release all my thoughts in my mind, besides journaling and besides praying, I go for a drive in the countryside. So I am talking to you before me and Cardi get in the car to just drive with no destination in mind, no GPS. We just drive and drive and drive. That's been one of my favorite things to do. But y'all, I am literally processing the fact that I woke up this morning and not only did the cohort sell out with us still having 3 days left before the doors officially closed, it has propelled me to actually hitting an income goal that I dreamed of hitting on my own just a couple months ago. I had made like a Delulu YouTube video one day saying like I want 10K months to be my normal. And I've had 10K in my hand before, but it was never on my own terms. It was never by getting paid to be who I am. It was never from my story or my unique point of view or my perspective. It was never from something that I created. It was always through a W-2 paycheck from an employer. So when I worked in tech for a period of time, this was that unicorn job that I mentioned to some of y'all like months back. I would bonus. I started bonusing and I started getting $15,000, $20,000. And this was the first time ever in my life. And this was fresh after my breast cancer journey. So y'all already know, I was like, oh my God, Lord, like, thank you. Like just falling out, prayer on the knees, like just everything. Because not only was I working a job that I loved, I was getting paid and rewarded for it. It was remote work at the time. So it's like I had dreamed for so long to have that type of position and that type of opportunity. And when it finally came through, especially after going through a really, really hard season, I felt like I was just on cloud nine until I wasn't, because then I went through a layoff and those checks dried right up. And I had enough in my savings to try to carry me over a little bit, but that started to become an eye opener for me. And that just kind of like snowballed into other positions and other roles and all these other feelings around, hey, I actually can't keep depending on you because you aren't dependable anymore. Like jobs back in the day seemed like they used to be that way, but today they're not. We see these layoffs happen time and time again. We see the company shift time and time again. God forbid you maybe get a boss or a leader that is just vindictive and they're out for you time and time again. And I'm not saying that that's been my story or the case, but I'm just saying I've seen so many things happen. I've heard so many things. I've had my own personal experiences, and this is what really propelled me into this mood, into this mindset, into this era of, hey, I've never dabbled in entrepreneurship like this, but whatever you want to call it, I know that I just needed more. I needed more options beyond just the W-2 paycheck. I needed more options than just one job, right? I needed something that I could start to do in my own way, on my own terms, and it aligned with me being who I am, not me trying to be somebody else. Because if you've ever struggled with perfectionism, if you've ever struggled with people pleasing, I think if you've ever struggled with sometimes being the dependable one, which sounds crazy to call it a struggle, but sometimes it is, it put me in a box where I felt like I was forced to show up as like a representative of myself, not who I actually am. And bit by bit, I had to break down that layer. So to get on here and just be me, I know I've told you guys about the 100 days straight, but it's beyond showing up every day. It's who you become in spite of this decision. It's what it's breaking off of your mind in spite of choosing to be visible. It's the power in your voice and the confidence that you're getting in spite of doing the hard thing. Because any commitment of turning this camera on and talking into the abyss, even if you're out in public and people see you talking to what looks like yourself that may be crazy to them, and even choosing to still do it anyways, in spite of the judgment and the thoughts of other people, the opportunities that come from not only to your front door, to your email, but the opportunities and chains that break off of your identity, who it starts molding you to be, the woman that you become because of the permission you're giving yourself, because of the trust that you're reinstilling in yourself, because of the belief and the hope that you're pouring back into your cup, and because of the restoration you're pouring back into your character after it's been drained and sucked and changed and so many other things for such a long period of time, because of how you're picking yourself up from being on the back burner for so long. That is the beauty of committing to showing up every single day. I can sit here and tell you how floored and wild I am about the money, and I am going to tell you in a moment because it's changing something in me psychologically, and I needed to better understand what I'm feeling right now that's causing me to drink this coffee and go on this countryside drive. But when I remove that, when you remove the numbers and things like that, it's the rewiring of your brain, because the battle of the mind is so real. The battle of the mind is so real when you are trying to break through a door that has always been closed, in your opinion, when you are trying to break through a dream and a feeling and a desire, knowing that you're made for more, knowing that you are called for more, knowing that you want to help and you want to serve in a certain way and you want to be compensated for the abilities you have, the way that you serve, the results that you get other people, when you are trying to not only kick down that door, but then also close the other door of doubt, of unworthiness, of feeling less than, of feeling forgotten, feeling behind. Like when you're trying to navigate all of those other things and break this door down in the same token, that is literally the battle of the mind. The mind is our biggest battle that we deal with and that we have to struggle with every single day, in the becoming of who we desire to be, in the becoming of who we've been called to be. And then when you start to become her, then it's like, it almost feels like a new rewiring, because now you're like, okay, I can do this. I have permission. This is what's happening. This is what is changing in me. And this is quite literally what it's showing me. So I had to look this up, y'all, because I'm like, what is happening to my brain right now? And like I told you, it's less about the money for me, and I'll probably, I don't know, never share the money numbers again, or maybe I will, I don't know. But when I share it, it's not to brag. I share it to show you the belief. I share it to show you what's possible. I share it with you to show you my honest feelings in this moment. And this is like journaling, even for myself, because I have never in my life done this for myself. So I share it with you to give you hope and show you what this looks like. I know, everybody's numbers in the beginning are so different. Some people become millionaires overnight. Some people hit the lottery and become a multimillionaire in 2 seconds. Some people, have their $80,000 launch or their $50,000 launch. I don't know. The number is the number, and it's different for everybody. And it's beautiful in the differences for each person. And I'm just basking in the difference of what just this number alone, having generated over $10,000 in 60 days, is doing for me right now. So I can only speak for Renee, and I can only speak for this level of where Renee is at right now today. So I was looking it up, and it told me like the 3 biggest things that are happening right now psychologically. My brain is updating my identity. And I think that's why I'm trying to go for this car ride, because I'm trying to process what is going on. It's something that changes in you when you make that first 100, that first 1,000, and now the first $10,000. It's like your brain literally is trying to update and recalculate and recompute. Is that the right word? Recompute? I don't know if that's the right word. All the little ideas, thoughts, all the little things, because it basically helped me understand for months, really years. My brain categorized $10,000 as a future goal. And I recorded a random video about this, of my desire to make $10,000 a month through YouTube. I think I said on YouTube, but I really should have said through YouTube. And that's a video for another day. But the moment you achieve it, your brain has to reconcile 2 different versions of you. It's reconciling the woman that was hoping it was possible, And then it's reconciling the woman who has evidence that it is. And now I'm walking in the evidence. Now the conversations are going to shift, because now it's like when I start to show up and we have cohort 2 of build your first options, we have cohort 3, 4, whatever. I have a different level of data and a different level of, the path of least resistance, if that makes sense, in the way that you show up to show yourself that this is possible. So now I'm going to be able to speak from a very different lens of what I was speaking from before. It's said that the mismatch can create excitement, disbelief, tears, or even anxiety. But neuroscientists call this prediction error. Your brain is updating its internal model of what's possible because reality exceeded what it had been expecting. So to translate all of that, it's basically saying that my nervous system is catching up to my new reality. Yeah. It also told me that the excitement fades faster than you expect. And this kind of surprises me, but I'm intrigued. Tell me more. Psychologists called it hedonic adaptation. Basically, after any major achievement, promotion, right? And I can think about the time when I first got my high-paying job. I was like, wow. And it even said income milestones like this moment right here, making my first 10K, buying a home, even winning the lottery. It stated that people tend to return toward their usual emotional baseline over time. So your brain is quickly starting to think, okay, now what? Which I could see that, right? Because I sat on the edge of my bed after I grabbed my phone. This morning after I had devotional, I grabbed my phone just to see okay, where are we at with the capacity for the group? And when I realized, overnight, 2 something a.m., somebody on here purchased at 2 something in the morning. I was like, wow, okay, we've arrived. But then I just started thinking, okay, what other ways can I serve them? What else could I do? Maybe I could host a webinar for the women that aren't in my cohort right now, but they need something to keep going, because my mind is always like, serve, 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 go, 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 pour, 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 especially since I'm no longer commuting 3 hours a week. I'm no longer working 40 to 50 hours a week in my full-time job. And I mean, God has literally opened up the door for me to just kind of walk into where he's called me to be, and how he's called me to use my voice to just support, encourage, and guide other women. This is why I'm studying clinical mental health therapy. It's all making so much sense to me. But the next step was, in that moment, okay, what next? What else do I do? What now? And I don't want to rush past that, but I guess I am surprised by the fact that they said that the excitement can fade quite quicker. And it says it doesn't mean the achievement wasn't meaningful. It means your brain is designed to normalize success so you can continue to grow. And lastly, success can actually make you feel vulnerable. Oh, here you go, Cardi. She done found the ball, y'all. She done found the ball. Okay, how are we going to do this? So this one isn't talked about enough, because when you've wanted something for a long time, reaching it creates a new fear. And this is actually something that kept me stuck for a very long time, because I had so many ideas for such a long time that I started thinking about the scariness that comes with, what about when you actually make it? How do you even process making it? What about when you become who you've been wanting to be? When you get the house, when you start living the life, after you get the opportunity, you get the pay increase, you get the car. What about managing those feelings? You get the visibility. There are almost 12,000 of y'all on here. I don't even know. I'm going to have to Google what a room full of 12,000 folks even looks like. I know what a room of 10. I was in it yesterday. I know 22, but baby, 12,000? I'm going to have to Google that, because I don't even know what that number size even looks like to even really fathom it. But for such a long time, I was very nervous about succeeding, nervous about going all in on something, to even figure out how to process the success of something working out. So I can see this. Success can actually make you feel vulnerable. And then when you've wanted something for a long time, when you're reaching it, the new fears that it creates for you is, can I do it again? Was this luck of the draw? Can I maintain this? What if next month isn't the same? All of those thoughts have racked my mind at some point in time, just thinking about coaching. I'm like, okay, are these topics still going to be valid? Are they going to enjoy it? Is the visibility challenge still going to feel fulfilling? Like, okay, is 6 weeks still going to be good? Am I going to get bored? Am I going to get this, and that? And like every single thought imaginable comes before you even continue to take the action, because we know clarity comes with action. And then once again, if you lack trust with who you are, then you're going to question a lot of things that you're wanting to do, that you're thinking about doing. And we need to lean into trusting our voice, trusting our mind, trusting the process, and knowing that we are where we're supposed to be. We're called to where we're supposed to be, and God has equipped us for where we're supposed to be. He's equipped us for the things that we're supposed to do. The people, girl, can a break, please. And she cracks me up, y'all, because she drops the ball right at your feet. And I didn't teach her that. I don't know. It's just the smarts that she has. She comes, she brings it back, look, and she literally just drops it right at my feet. I'm going to show you. So yeah, it's like your brain naturally shifts from achievement mode into protection mode, because now you're thinking, what if next month isn't the same? What if I, sold out this month, but I'm not going to sell out next month? What if nobody needs this course? What if nobody finds me? What if I never grow another subscriber count on YouTube? Like, there's so many what ifs. Come on. There we go. See, told you. She's so good. So instead of celebrating, your brain will start scanning for threats immediately. This is incredibly common after major milestones, because your brain is trying to preserve what you've gained, not because it believes you're incapable. So, yeah, I'm just sitting with these feelings and these thoughts. I'm actually about to be driving with them in a minute, and my coffee, because I'm just like, Lord, I just need some time. I just need some time to process, and I don't want to rush past this moment, because I want to talk through it. I want to process it, and I want to leave this here for the next woman that is going to be in my comments, going to be in my DMs, and the next woman from the Build Your First cohort that will be leaving me a message telling me that she has now made her first $10,000, and she was able to leave her job, or she was able to fully invest it, or she was able to take the family trip and the cruise. She was able to take the month of August off. Like, this is for that person. So when we're entering somewhere that's very new here, don't overthink trying to be the perfect teacher. Don't overthink trying to have it all figured out. Don't even overthink. Just show up and just talk through. Hear me, talk through. So I thought making my first $10,000 would feel like crossing a finish line. And I feel like I don't feel the finish line. It feels like my brain needs a minute to believe the woman I've been imagining has finally arrived. That's what I feel. That's what I feel right now. I need this ball. I need a minute. I just need a minute. And maybe that's the feeling of growth. Maybe that's just what it feels like. It's not like this firework moment. It's just like needing a minute to feel like I've arrived. And, yeah, it's not as much about the number as it is about the options, about the margin, about the space that it gives you. I had someone yesterday ask me, and I'm going to tell you this really quickly. I had an opportunity yesterday to be filmed for a commercial, a part of an amazing venture here in Detroit. My good girlfriend, she does a lot of producing, directing, just all of those beautiful words that come with the world of acting that I may not know, and film and production and all those other things. And so she, tapped my shoulder needing support. because she had an extra, she needed a role filled and she needed an extra. So I had two jobs basically, and then I had some lines. So I had my solo moment, which was amazing. But that opportunity came to me in confidence because I'd been showing up here on YouTube and allowing my voice to lead me, because I'd been speaking and I've been learning how to articulate more and more clearly and more confidently and be in front of the camera with ease. You want to know where I was nervous? Trying to memorize them lines? I'm like, shout out to everybody on Law and Order, Olivia, all of them, Finn, like shout out to them, because line memorization, and if I showed you how many lines I had, you're going to cry laughing. I had to, but it's just like getting into character and getting in the mood and like knowing when to flicker the light off and like the walk and the pace of the walk and my facial reaction and then how I held my phone and my angle and my positioning. And I'm like, my God, we've been here all day, but it was worth every moment of it. And that's what this decision has afforded me. So it's not about the numbers. It's not about the days of consistency. It's what is coming out on the other side of making this decision. And in that same token, a friend of mine asked me, now that I was done with my job, which ended a couple days ago, they said, hey, are you applying for more jobs? They're like, all right, Renee, what's the move? What's going on next? And I said, actually, no, I'm actually taking the month of August off. How crazy it is to say that? Cardi said, okay, and throw the ball. You know how crazy it is to say that? I get to take the month of August off. I have never said that. I've never said that. My off times were due to major life shifts. It was due to downtime after a double mastectomy. It was due to having to sit my butt down after breast cancer. It was due to having to be sat down because of a layoff. I have never been able to have the free will to say I get to take the month of August off. I do not want to skip past this moment. I can't skip past this moment. I can't. This is a gift. This is options working in real time now. Even last night while I was sleeping. Oh, y'all. Okay. Y'all don't need to see my feet. Okay. Sorry. Let's bring it back up. It says subject lost. Okay, can you see me now? Even last night while I was sleeping, I woke up to sales. I woke up to having made some extra money on YouTube that I'm going to be able to go buy a bike rack with today. I woke up to more people having found me. A couple people joined my email list community. I woke up to that. Wow. Like reaping the rewards of work and sown seeds. Oh my gosh, man. So this is what it's about. Like, this is less about $10,000. It's more about the reality of all the other things. Breathing room and proof that the life I've been quietly building is literally real. It's real. And that to me feels like the great reward. Like that to me feels like this is it. This is what I've been wanting. This is the experience that I'm trying to have. And I'm having it. I get to have it. So I'm going to enjoy the rest of my slow morning before my dad and I go buy me a bike rack, and going to drive around in the countryside with Cardi. I got some homework to do later. I can't lie about that. But wow, this feels surreal. And $10,000. It may not be life-changing for a lot of people. I don't know what a life-changing number really is for people nowadays, but I know that I am honoring every change that is happening to me and for me. $100, $1,000, $10,000. Because it's proof. That is proof. Okay, y'all. Until the next video, peace out. I hope you take great care of yourself, and I hope if you don't get anything else from this, that it continues to grow your belief. I hope it grows your belief. And please don't stop believing in yourself. Don't stop fighting for yourself. Don't stop working towards the life you want. Don't stop. And in the moments where you feel doubt, in the moments where it looks unclear, in the moments where you can't see the results, in the moments where you're showing up and it may be crickets online, in the moments where you get 4 views, 5 views, no comments, that's fine. Everybody's been a beginner and everybody had to start somewhere. Do not stop. Do not stop. Please keep going. Please keep going. Do yourself a favor and keep going. All right. I'll talk to you later. Bye. Where's your ball? Where's your ball, girl? You gonna leave it? Okay, good girl. Good girl. You wanna say hi? You wanna say hi? Okay, that's it. She said hi. Woo! Go, Cardi.